Hello and welcome to RPR GP2 round 21. We are at Jeddah. Great track. We've got a nearly full grid as well. It should be full if the last couple of drivers make it in. There's one of them. Got at least one driver be joining during quali because he's currently still doing another race. Come on, lobby, load up. A hobo in the chat with damn PS4s. We like to call those poverty spec, or inability to beat the scalpers. Although stock is supposed to be easier to get, and at my local Smith's toy stores, blatant plug, they had about 30 in stock when I was in there picking up something for my lad for Christmas. I can't even see a list of loading names with spinning symbols, so hopefully this is loading properly, but it's not looking good. Who broke it? No, really, who broke it? I can't do anything. Come on. Otherwise I'm going to have to reset the whole thing. Oh. No, don't. Here we go. Thank God for that. Alright, let's re-invite. Alright, update up. Get that to the correct track. Jeddah, where you gone? That's not Jeddah. That's not Jeddah. That's Jeddah. I can't see that. Right, let's get going. Lister out on track. James out on track. Only Yuki Tsunoda in the pits. So ride on board with James out as he makes his way round for his outlap. I cannot see that screen for the life of me. I need to make that bigger. No, that one. Right, James just coming past the start finish straight now. DRS wide open as he heads up to the braking zone for turn 1. Cuts that apex beautifully. Hard on the power. Let's run it up to a notorious point for invalidating laps, as James does invalidate on that instant. Let's put the tyre data up. Ashwin going out on inters. Feeling brave, Ashwin. So Lister is our next runner on track. It's coming through to the end of sector 1. Does a 33.1 through sector 1. Round the big banked turn 11. No, turn 13. I cannot see the turn numbers. Oh, I'm never going to keep up with the turn numbers on this track either. It's so many of them. Coming down the back of the track now. DRS open. A 102.0 through sector 2. Vader and Hobo setting or fitting the hard tyre. Lister now into the final corner. Getting the power down, DRS open. Going for the shortest run to the line. Dicing with track limits there. A 129.7 from Lister to put him into provisional pole. Only driver to set a time at the minute. Ashwin's invalidated on his inters. Carl's just starting his lap. Scotty's on an out lap just ahead. Don't believe Scotty will get in the way. There's Island Boy, a big cut there, but not invalidated. A 33.7 for Island Boy through sector 1. Round 13 now. Very wide for the exit to get the power down early, giving maximum speed through the next couple of corners, and then again it's flat out all the way through. Yellow flag just in front, which I think will be for Scotty, keeping out of the way. A 103.2 for Island Boy through sector 2. That's the final corner to go now. Into the braking, a little wide of the apex, but good line on the exit. Gets the DRS open. Runs to the line, a 131.3, taking him into second place. Scotty starting his lap. Hobo's on his out lap. This is Carl just going round turn 13. Got the Mercedes, that's James out on an out lap. Vader on an outlap. Andreas will be the next to set their time. Coming into the final couple of corners now. So Andreas with a 136.6. I expect to see an improvement from him. I know he is a quick driver. A little kiss of the wall there. Back end looking very twitchy on his car. So Sonny Stokes starting his lap on the hards. Who've we got coming around? There's so many cars, it's hard to keep up. Ashwin's on an outlap. Hobo must have invalidated his previous lap. Why is Scotty retired? So currently Lister still on provisional pole with a 29.7. Mrs. Carl up in second place on a 30.8. Island Boy 31.3. Wumax a 33.0. As James Al gets a time in a 130.3 for James, taking him into second place. Andreas now crosses the line. A 29.4 from Andreas gives him provisional pole. Good time there, especially on 2-lap old tyres. Who's that? Mrs. Cole keeping out of the way of the other drivers. Vader does a 34.0. Loves on an outlap. Johnny Stokes crosses the line. A 31.5 on the hards. Hobo's invalidated again. Duckface is coming out of the final corner. Back end looking a little lively. Crosses the line. A 30.4 taking him up into fourth place. We do now have all 20 drivers. The first time in a long time we've had a full grid. Great to see, and a big thank you to the reserve drivers that have stepped in. So Johnny Stokes currently leading the championship. I've not updated the picture, so I can't show you, but he's I can't read that. Got a 39-point lead over Moyland in second place. So all Johnny needs to do is finish ahead of Moyland tonight, and he will secure his third consecutive driver's title. If he doesn't finish, it will go down to the final race at Abu Dhabi next week, which is a sprint race for RPR, not TTFL. TTFL is just a standard race at Abu Dhabi, just for Hobo's benefit. So where are we? Ashwin's invalidated. Everyone else is in the pits. Oh no. Lulu is on a lap. Currently on... no, he's not on a lap. He's coming into the pits. He's on a 30.3, sitting in fourth. Why have we lost Scotty? Don't do that twice because Race Director doesn't bloody work. Terminal damage for Scotty. So Scotty has DNF'd in Q1. Not a good start for Scotty there. So James Al back out on another outlap. Kyle on an outlap. Hobo on a lap and sets a 33-1. No, he doesn't. That must have been the end of his outlap. So who are we looking at? Island Boy. Coming round the final corner. That time's wrong. That must have. It's got to be the end of outlap bit. As we've got a yellow flag for Hobo. Don't get stuck, Hobo. To the left. Aguapo. I've no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully I am. Just coming through the final couple of corners now. Into the actual final corner, which is turn 27. Most of them are flat out corners. There's only a couple of braking points around the lap. A 130.0 taking him into third place. Definitely got some quick drivers in tonight. James out, just goes round turn 13, 4/10 up on his current best time. So as it stands, this is going to put him in the 129s. Little bit of contact there with the wall, picks up a little bit of front wing damage. As Ashwin has retired in the pits. James has invalidated. Mrs. Carl 2/10 up. That's Andreas retiring in the pits. Carl now 8/10. Sorry, he was 2/10 down. She's now 8/10 down. So no improvement on this lap at the moment. Vader 4/10 down on his best. May need to consider clocking on a set of softs to make it through to Q2. Hobo also needing to find some improvement, but he is 18 seconds up. That's going to put him into the 31s. See what he can do as he comes down to the final corner. Hits the power down nicely and the sprint to the line. A 30.2 takes Hobo up into fourth place. I think Hobo will be comfortably through to Q2 with that time. So Vader now the driver at risk. Currently in 15th. Now goes 16th as Sean Larry sets a 29.0 to take provisional pole. So Frenzy's retired in the pits. Scotty has DNF, so we've got 3 more drivers who will be losing at the end of this session. Currently, that's Vader, Bula, and Demon. Demon on an outlap at the moment on the hard tyre. Bula was 8/10 up on his 8 seconds up on his time, but has invalidated the current lap. Connie Stokes. Not pushing on this lap. So Womack's up into 10th with a 30.7. Vader is out on track on his outlap. Yellow flag in sector 3. Is that a hobo going slow again? Boy retiring in the pits. Max validating Connie Stokes into the pits. Carl in the pits. Zodak's invalidated this lap. Should have time to get round for another lap. Let's stay with Vader as he comes around to the end of his outlap. So Zodak, the driver, at risk. See what Vader can do in the dying moments. So only Moyland and Connie Stokes in the top 15 on the hard tyre. Just drop back and see what time Demon sets as he crosses the line. A 32.4 takes him 16th. So Demon won't be progressing through to Q2. Vader is the only driver who's going to be able to stop Zodak, as Zodak invalidates there just as we jump on board and then loses the back end. Manages to keep it out of the wall so it's not to completely DNF. Vader now round the final corner, a run to the line, looking to find a couple of seconds here, and he does. 3.3 seconds faster there. It takes him up into 10th and into Q2. I missed that hobo, I didn't see it on stream. So there we have confirmation. The drivers we're losing at the end of that session are Zodak, Demon, Bular, Scotty and Frenzy. Please let this load into Q2 without issue. Better. Be quiet. why that turns off every single time a new second starts. So no wasting time, drivers straight out onto the track. Hobo back out on the hards. Warland out on the hards. Connie Stokes has fitted the hards in the pits. So, is Hobo going to set a competitive time on the hard tyre on his first attempt? Did a couple of runs in Q1 on them, so that was a nice camera angle for once. Actually felt like there was some proper speed in there. It's Hobo making his way. Is Island Boy retired? No, Island Boy's hit a wall somewhere. So Island Boy is out of Q2 before we've even got going. As Hobo makes his way through turn 1, 2 and 3 on the run up to 4 now. Cuts the apex of 4 nicely. Now into the S section. Get the line right. It flows beautifully but runs a little wide coming around the exit and invalidates there. So next on track is Moyland as Hobo pulls off track to keep out of the way of the cars behind. Got a gaggle of cars there. I think that's James, Al and Lister as well, all following closely behind. How much did you cut that corner, Moyland? How did that not invalidate? If that's an allowed line, no wonder I was losing time on Monday. That definitely wasn't an allowed line. No, that's invalidated. Moyland as James has got Lister for company now. Lister going down the inside. This is qualifying, but it looks like they're racing. Lister getting in front of James as they come around the final corner. James will get the benefit of the tow from Lister. Lister doing a 130.2, James on a 32.5. Lulu pops into second place with a 31.0. Gets dropped to third as Andreas does a 29.7 to take provisional pole. Connie Stokes has invalidated. Mrs. Cole just coming round the final corner now. As the other Williams of McDuckface was getting very sideways out of the final corner. Mrs. Cole does a 133.0. McDuckface picks up a 31.0. Vader slips into 6th with a 32.6. Ashwin up into 5th with a 31.4. Connie Stokes in the pits. Hobo now on his second run. Back end looking quite lively on Hobo's car. I have a feeling I know whose setup he's using. And whilst it is a fast setup, can be a tad on the lively side. Hobo into the final corner. Good traction on the exit, gets the DRS open. Run to the line. 30.9 from Hobo on the hard tyre. That's great time from Hobo. Takes him up into third place. Ooh. Excuse me. This is Carl into the pits. I think that was my teammate with Duckface in front. Guapo 102.2 through sector 2. That's one heavy braking zone in sector 3, and that's the final corner. Oh, does us Verstappen and collects the wall on the exit, keeps going. 129.9, so it takes him into second place as Womack jumps everyone with a 129.742, 16 hundredths faster than Andreas to take provisional pole, as Andreas is back out on track for another timed run. Hobo, I'd imagine, heading to the pits. James limping back in low fuel mode. Moylan now starting his first timed, or his second attempt at a timed run. Keeping it within track limits at the minute, a 32.8 through sector 1. Around turn 13 now. We'll re-invite McDuckface after we've seen what Moylan can do, so I can keep an eye, see if he can keep it clean. Starting to feel like a 101.3 through sector 2, so purple sector 1 and sector 2 at the moment. So that's the final corner to go now. The power down, DRS open, run to the line, crosses the line at 28.9, 8 tenths faster than second place, takes him into provisional pole for the session. Right, let's re-invite McDuckface. Keep an eye, make sure he does rejoin. So currently the drivers in the drop zone are James Al, Vader, oh, who was that? Duckface, if you do get back in, your car's stuck. That's proper stuck. You might have to retire that on track with Duckface, because that's going to cause chaos. Be careful coming round 13. There is a glitched car on track. Duckface, if you're listening, try reset to track. That's just bizarre. Your tyres are freezing, by the way. Nowhere, but frozen. Hobo, be aware there is a car right on the inside of the hairpin at 13. Do not collect it, as Andreas has done a 28.8 to take provisional pole and retired in the pits. That looked close, Hobo. So everyone be aware of that car on the inside of 13. Duckface cannot get control back of it at the moment. Just try and dropping out and re-inviting again, seeing if that's going to resolve things. Saying that, it shows his car is in the pits. This game is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Update comes out, bugs galore. So on board now with Lulu as he heads up towards turn 13. Got James Al behind for company. Just be aware of that car on the inside. So James has invalidated Lulu. Isn't deploying ERS. Duckface, his car is still stuck in that same. This car's driving through it now. As Ashwin just ghosted through. This is annoying because this means Duckface isn't going to be able to set a time. Lulu 2/10. Why are you not deploying ERS, Lulu? As Mrs. Cole jumps up into 11th. So it's just Lulu. Ashwin up into 12th. Lulu just coming round the final corner now. Crosses the line at 32.2, so no improvement there from Lulu. So Lulu blaming an equipment failure. So there we are. Confirmation we are saying goodbye to Mrs. Cole, Ashwin, Lulu, McDuckface. Hopefully his car, he can get control back before the next session, and Kyle, or Island Boy. So now the top 10 shootout, and I have a feeling it's going to be close. Come on, game, load up. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, there we are. Everyone's got to go on softs. So Hobo first out onto track again, immediately followed by Moylan, Lister, James Al, Andreas, Sean Larry. Everyone is coming out, aren't they? Vader, Wumax, Johnny Stokes. So just Agupo staying in the pits for the time being. Stay with Hobo's got a gap back to Moyland. Moylan, who's got Lister and James Howe racing him for position on track. Moylan now allowing that gap to build. We'll come back to Hobo. See what he can do on this first time lap. Here we go, across the line. James deploying. Didn't think he would. Into turn 4, cuts that a lot nicer that time around. 5 and 6. And invalidates again through the S section. So James does a 33.6 through sector 1. Does come in round turn 13. Thankfully they've cleared that Williams out of the way. Back end sliding around on James's Mercedes there. Keeps it nicely under control. DRS open now. Missed the split time there for sector 2. On the run down to turn 27, final corner. Keeps it out of the wall, gets on the power. Crosses the line a 31.6. As Moylan does a 28.5. Good time from Moylan there. Sean Larry just coming out of the final corner now. Across the line with a 28.1. Great time there from Sean. Vader a 31.9. Johnny Stokes a 29.2. So a bit of work to do for Johnny if he wants that bonus point for pole position. Hobo. Contact with the wall there for Hobo. There's a bit of front wing damage that's going to affect him around the rest of this lap. There's a 101.9 through sector 2. Doesn't look to be too badly affected by that wing damage at the moment. Just trying to read Discord there, I should have been paying attention. Hobo coming across the line, a 29.8 from Hobo. Takes him up into 5th place. Good time there for Hobo. Vader's invalidated. Moylan first coming round to start a lap. Everyone back into towards the pit. Aguapo does 29.9 to take him up into 6th place. Lister just starting another lap. Andreas also starting their first time lap. By the looks of the moving yellow sector, I'd say Hobo's ran out of fuel. Lister through the end of sector 1, a 32.8 from Lister. Andreas a 32.7. His teammate moves out of the way to let Andreas through. Come back to Lister now. So he starts down the back section of the track. So a 101.3 from Lister through sector 2. Oh, missed Andreas' split time there. Lister running down to the final corner now. Just a sprint to the line. A 28.8 from Lister puts him into third place, as Andreas does a 28.7 to take over third place, dropping Lister down into fourth. So James out on his outlap for, I'd imagine, one of his final timed runs. See the Williams duo in the chat having a good conversation about tea and cakes. So let's see what James's split is through sector 1. See if he can find some improvement from his current 9th place. 8/10 up through sector 1. Aggressive on the apex as we've seen some drivers there. Definitely keeps it well within bounds. 2 seconds up through sector 2. It's going to put him on a 29.6 at the moment, so it's good enough for 6th place. I expect if he's gained that much through sector 2 alone to see even more improvement as he makes his way around the final corner. I think there was a little bit of a tag of the inside wall there, but doesn't appear to have picked up any damage. 29.1 from James takes him into 5th place. There's Connie Stokes finishing an outlap. Finishing an outlap. Sean Larry's rejoined, but isn't going to have time to get back out. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that was a moment for James, but he's got it going. Lister and Andreas on outlaps. So James's car won't affect them. Moylan just starting his next timed run. Hobo just in front. Possibly be causing him a few issues. That's a big moment for Moylan there, going through the S's. Looks like the car bottomed out and just threw the back end round on him. So Moylan won't be able to improve on his time. Womack's has hit the wall through the S's as well. So James back into the pits. Hobo's invalidated. Rupo is up through sector 2. Improves, takes half a second off, comes him up into 8th place on a 29.3. Vader now just coming round the final corner. Crosses the line at 30.3, takes 1.6 seconds out of his best time, but keeps him in 10th place. There's Moreland and Hobo. Andreas 3/10 up through sector 2. I think Lister's had a moment because his time's massively down as he comes into sector 2. So out of the final corner now for Andreas. Connie Stokes has jumped up into second with a 28.5 as Andreas comes into second now with a 28.2. Drops Connie down into third and Moyland in fourth. Lister into the pits in fifth, so that is Q3 complete. Just wait for the cars to retire now. We'll wait for Lister's car to be pushed back into the pits. Jesus, where's this cold come from? So there we have it. Sean Larry taking pole position with a 28.1. Andreas in second on a 28.2. Connie Stokes picks up third with a 28.5. Moyland in fourth on a 28.5. Only 6 hundredths between them. Lister in fifth on a 28.8. James out in sixth on a 29.1. Hobo in seventh on a 29.3. Agrupo in eighth on a 29.3. And I missed the last two. Right, Carl. Duckface, stop talking about cake and air freight and get your head in the game. It's time for a race. Countdown ended quickly. So drivers will have done their strategies. I'm highly expecting a lot of safety cars. So John and Andreas on the hards, Johnny and Moyland on the mediums. Lister's gone for the sauce, so he's gone aggressive off the start. James, Hobo and Agrupo on the mediums. Womack's on the hards. A one stop here, you're looking at a pit stop around lap 11-ish. You can push the hards to 15. You can extend the hards to go to the soft, but like I say, I'd fully expect numerous safety cars. This is a very unforgiving track in race trim. So Womack's on the hards, Vader on the mediums, Mrs. Carl on the hards, Ashwin on the softs, Lulu on the hards, Duckface on the mediums. Hoping that does mean Duckface has got control of the car now. Island Boy on the mediums, Zodak on the hards, Demon on the medium, Bula on the hard, Scotty on the medium and Frenzy on the hard. So a good spread of tyre strats. Be interesting to see how it plays out. Wear-wise, there's not that much difference between the medium and the hard in terms of how quickly they actually die off. As Sean Larry gets it very sideways during the formation lap. He's now trying to make his way back through, but makes contact with the back of James out. Gets them both reset to the track. It's carnage under safety car. Andreas spinning there under safety car under the formation lap. We've not even got a racing lap underway yet. Okay, everyone now lined up on the grid. Agrupo and Womack's not getting into the grid slot correctly. So now we wait for the lights. Waiting. Do not bloody crash. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go. Lots of noise. No one moving. Ashwin driving off. Full safety car. What the? Can anyone say lobby crashed? Waiting for the carnage. While we safety car. I'm so confused. Ashwin's disappeared. We're supposedly under safety car. Okay, I'm just going to pause the stream for a moment. I'll be back once I've got it all set up. Right, and we're back to try that again. Oh yeah, setups, boys. Setups. So yeah, if you are still watching along on the stream, we have had to reset the lobby because it just went to pot. As Duckface said on Discord, I'm completely losing plot now. Knew something like this was going to happen when the game wouldn't load the first time around. So everyone needs to remember to put their setups on so we can get underway. Haunted at that for a second. Right, so back on formation lap. Tyres, I think are similar. Possibly a couple of drivers have changed their option for starting tyre. Turn that off. Go away. Too many notifications. Go away. That one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So hopefully everyone will keep the car on track this time around. Not running anywhere. Everyone seems to have kept their car on track this time around. He says as he spots a Ferrari running out of position towards the back. Just retake your position when you get to your grid box. And I've set it to rain at the end of the race. No, I'm not. Right, here we go. Let's get this right. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. So lights out and away we go. Still no movement. I can hear movement, but no one is moving. Why is no one moving? There we go. So Ashwin not getting the blinding start he got last time around. Contact into turn 1 between Andreas and Moyland. So Andreas has dropped down into 3rd place. Johnny Stokes up into 2nd. Zodak has retired. He's in the wall and we are under safety car. Not even made it round sector 1 before the first safety car. We've lost Vader, we've lost Zodak, we've lost McDuckface, we've lost Ashwin. It's cars dropping off all over the place. Entirely sure what's caused all of those incidents. Hopefully someone will be along in chat to keep us updated on what's just gone on. Thinking Vader. Jump on chat, tell me what's happened. So as they make their way round the final corner, I'll be looking to pick up the safety car. Is anyone opting for a very early pit stop? It doesn't look like it. We have Woomax, Mrs. Carl Bula, Frenzy, Scotty all into the pits, quite possibly with damage. New wings going on everywhere, so expensive start of the race for some of the teams. Thankfully, as we are under safety car, they will all be able to catch up with the back of the pack. This is lap 2 under safety car. Everyone is back together. So hopefully we can get going again. Let's get Vader in the comms. That means I need to put that mic on. How do? What the hell happened at the start then?
Evening. Um, I'm not 100% sure because I was slightly ahead of uh, what happened. It just obviously tail-ended me. But from what I worked out, Ashwin's connection
Oh,
had a dip,
oh, and it was just a.
and spun Rumax, and then it was just a big chain of
Yeah, the downfall of this
narrow
track. Yeah, I think Womax, Scotty, Mrs. Cole, Frenzy, Bula, Ashwin, you, Zodak, McDuckface all got caught up in that.
Thing is, I could see it happening from turn one because on turn one he went really like deep up on the inside of.
It's one of those things.
But
It happens, it's racing. This is why this track is, well, it's dangerous in real life. There's a safety car in this lap. So let's get back on the front pair. At the minute, Stokes has got the championship. He's just got to keep it on track and keep in front of Moyland.
could also be constructors as well.
I tried to do the maths earlier.
The 20. It's a 25-point gap on constructors. So I mean,
realistically, it probably will be. If he gets the drivers, it's almost a given. They'll have the constructors. As we are now back underway, Khan Larry leading us away. Connie Stokes holding on. Andreas and Moyland in the fight as well. Lister now is going to be a weapon on those softs if they've not dropped off already, because they don't last long round here. That's Moyland round. Oh, they
Moyland
had contact in
Andres.
turn one, lap one. And
Well, now Moyland really has.
Andreas is out, taken out. Oh god, we've got another massive pile up. Slow down, everyone. He tapped Lewis and then spun into the wall and has picked up Island Boy in the melee. So lap 4, and we're on safety car number 2. I said at the start of this there was going to be a lot of safety cars.
It's just, it's weird though, isn't it? You think about this, how trigger happy the safety car is.
It never comes out.
But
you can have the complete track blocked with cars and it won't come out.
Yeah.
Lister into the pits.
That's not ideal for the race, but for the people that picked up damage.
There was. I don't think so because he stayed out.
Did Lewis get damage?
Oh,
no.
Secondary screen. There we go. Damage screen. So Lulu has got damage. His front wing is showing slight damage, so you can't see it on screen, but it's on my sim hub thing. Can't tell for Sean Larry. Johnny Stokes hasn't turned it on. Hobo's alright. James Owl's alright. Can't tell for Agrupo. Lulu's got the damage. Rumax can't tell. Mrs. Cole's alright. Frenzy can't tell. Lister can't tell. Demon can't tell.
Well, Lister's just pit, so if he did,
Moyland hasn't got damage, but then he's just been in the pits anyway. Scotty's been in the pits again, so he must have picked something up. Bula's not pitted, but hasn't No, I can't tell. He's got no wear on his tyres.
Well, do you reckon for the people that have pit on like fresh hards, do you reckon they'll go to the end?
They. You could.
20,
There'll be.
22-ish laps
It'll be even less than that, won't it? It'll be
after safety car.
19, 18 laps after the safety car's in. Because we're going to have another lap on the safety car. So they could nurse hards to the end. But then, with all likelihood,
It was telling me the strategy was to pit lap 10 for mediums. So
all likelihood, we're going to have another safety car. At least one more.
yeah,
Because I think GP1 Monday we had 3 or 4. I think we were on 4. Because it was the last one where I just had to chuck the softs on and try and close down a 20-second gap. I got it down to a second in 5 laps.
how did you do?
But Al Ludifer was running. Oh, was he? I think he was on the mediums, but he had rear wing damage, and he'd been on his tyres for quite a lot of the race.
Oh, do you know what? Anybody that runs this track with rear wing damage, I commend them. I had it
It's
in
horrendous.
TTFL, and I couldn't even roll round. I couldn't even roll round the corners without.
Yeah, fair play to him. He
into kick.
stuck it out, made it to the end, picked up P9, so picked up a couple of points. I think the only reason I kept going is there were only 10 drivers left. Guaranteed point.
I was honest. Guaranteed points if you finish. Buller's pit again.
He has. So how many stops are we on?
What was his? What was his?
He was on. I think he's gone
his
hard,
tyres,
medium, hard, medium. Because he's stopped 3 times now.
you check it in.
So
I'll check it
on
in
the
race
restart. Oh yeah, you have to go into it twice.
Maybe
This game is so buggy, it's unreal.
Oh. So he's gone. He started on the hards, pit to mediums, then went to hards, and then has gone back to mediums.
So Sean, it is fresh mediums he's on now.
Maybe that's fresh mediums.
Sean hasn't really caught anyone out, as Hobo and James are going wheel to wheel into turn 1. James gets in front. Hobo now sitting in 4th as they enter the S section.
This is going to be a very interesting. Oh, Frenzy's gone. Oh, he's out.
Bula, he's come round blind
and
and caught
so
him. I
is
just
Bula.
jumped on board. Oh, please, not another one. Doesn't look like it's.
I think they are both off track. I mean, after Buller's obviously
He's cleared the
taken
track
Frenzy
for
off
him
track.
then. So we're lap 7. I think this is
He
only
cleared the track.
racing lap number 2. And we are down to 12. We had a full grid for the first time in I don't know how long in GP2, and we're down to 2.
Oh, thought better of that. Lisa was trying to go for Mrs. Carl and backed out. Gonna go for it again up the back.
He runs a very low
fast
downforce
in a
setup.
straight line.
He's done it the entire
Yeah, made light
season.
work of that.
He sacrifices corner speed for the straight line speed, and this is one of the tracks you can, if you can hold it through the middle sector.
Yeah. We were discussing that in the party, saying that how what he loses through sectors 1 and the beginning of 2, he
All the
makes
way
up
down the
for
back.
all the way down the back of
So
sector
Mrs.
3.
Cole coming under pressure from her. It was. I think she backed out and let Moylan through there. So now got UK Demon for company.
And here we,
Trying to.
there we go. One of the blooming off-track relationships of Lister and Moyland. Would you reckon?
I think he
Tow
will.
him, maybe.
But if he sees an opportunity, he'll go for it. He can't really afford to sit still. He's got to try and work his way back through the pack if he wants to keep the title hope.
Well, if he's coming to the end and there isn't a safety car, with Lulu, Agwupu, Hobo, James, Johnny, and Sean all still needing to pit.
Yeah, he could be all right sitting there. We know Lister's hard to pass. How's he doing for?
Yeah.
Let's swap that back to the other screen now. And we're not on the safety car. He's going up the inside, round 13. I think he backs off of that.
I think so, yeah. The front 4, front 5 are all starting to spread out.
Connor's holding on to Sean out in front. Lulu's just about in the DRS.
Lulu's holding on to the DRS.
But he's not close enough to get it this time around, though.
Neither of them have got any ERS left.
I would put my telemetry screen up on the feed, but it's... can I quickly do it? Yes, display capture. MFD. Add source. Yeah, done. No. Delete that. Delete that.
Oh,
yes, delete that.
UK Demon gets the move on Mrs. Carl.
And now Mrs. Cole has Scotty for company.
This battle here is the
up into 13 again. He went for it
Moylan's
last time
going for
around. This time he's got his nose in front. Gets the move done, but Lister's fighting back.
He gets it done.
It's cleared. That was a Mercedes going slow. That was.
Ooh. Did he get through? Did he get through unscathed there?
Moylan's right. James has got left front wing damage.
Ah, James. That must have been what they were.
Oh, 3 wide.
He's fighting.
Lister's got the move done. He's got back
three,
pass.
3 wide. Oh.
James. Yeah, he needs a wing
as well. Is James into dives in?
Lister and Moyland both cut that first corner there as they attack one another. Womack's gaining there, getting past.
Lister picking up 3 seconds.
So Moylan needs to get the move done on Womack's to keep on the back of Lister for him to drag him along, because they are closing in on these out in front. Hobo's dropped off the back of Johnny, is now 5 seconds back, but still sitting in third place. That was Mrs. Carl having a moment by the looks of it. He's got left front wing damage, he's lost the front end plate, so that'll be a trip to the pits because that won't be drivable. Slightest bit of wing damage here and it just understeers. Even though it's a low downforce track, you lose any wing, you're just all over the place. Lulu's still hanging on to the back of Agrupo.
Here we go. Traction.
Are they going to get through turn 1 cleanly this time around? It's going. Oh, outbraked himself. Keeps it in the track limits though. So desperate to find a way past.
Yeah, he's really trying to get back up and start making up some places, isn't he?
He's got the ERS advantage now though. He's got 10-15% more than Lister. He's going to get dragged through the DRS. That's one thing you can say about this track. The DRS works from the point you can save your ERS while you're following.
Johnny's staying with Sean Sean very nicely.
Johnny's using a lot more ERS though, as he's into the pits.
Gaining his There we go, he's into the pits.
So
we're
Sean pitted
Lister
now,
and
we'd
Moylan
come out
here,
in
to see
P9. So that's going to put Johnny down.
Oh, we got 5 seconds as well. That's not what Johnny wanted.
So he comes out just in front of Scotty. I thought Scotty might allow him out in front. So Ishan gonna pit this lap. Oh, no, he needs to go a bit deeper on the hards.
He's on the hards, isn't he? So he'll probably go a little bit.
He
longer.
could probably. I can't see his wear.
Hold out for.
Yeah, he could get away with it.
Hold out for the softs, maybe.
Lulu's hards, same age, are on 40%. Hobo's mediums are on 50. Hobo's picked up a bit of front wing damage as well, or has still got front wing damage even. Only minor, but it'll be enough. And probably explain why he's dropping, and he's picked up a bit more there as well. He's in. Are they going to swap his wing?
Yeah, he's in.
You never know with this game whether they're actually going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Moylan going around the outside of Lister into turn 1 again. It's squeezed into turn 2.
No, he didn't. He didn't get a front wing. It was just tyres.
I wish they'd fucking fix this game and sort these.
I wonder if he is it bad enough? You
It's
reckon that he
minor. I don't think
should
it.
have got one?
I'm waiting for it to go to an external shot. It'll probably still have the end plate in place.
Yes, it's on
So
his
it
it's
might not be
showing
enough for
both
it
end
to
plates still intact.
automatically swap the wing. As back on board with Moyland and Lister's battle now for third place. Lister just covering those inside lines.
So if Sean was to
According
pit now,
to my magic
where would he come out?
box, oh, it don't want to tell me, does it? Fucking. Um,
Oh, this is it.
up
This
to
is
turn one again.
fighting him.
Moyland on the outs. It's not working on the outside, Moyland. You're gonna have to try and go up the inside. So if Lister pit now, according to my box of tricks, he'd come out in P8. Come on. I think he's got to go through a timing sector for it to up the. So Sean had come out in P4. Yeah. Oh, wheel to
So
wheel
he's come out
there.
behind Moyland. Oh,
Lumax
that's
has retired in the pits.
yeah, elbows out.
Oh, wheel to wheel. Yeah.
He's out. Moylan backs out. He's like, nope, I'm not having any of that.
So Lulu currently sitting in second, but is dropping back from Sean.
Yeah, was that 5 seconds this
So
lap?
a 33.2 for Sean last lap, a 34.
Oh!
Moyland not showing
Was
any damage.
there
Oh,
damage
no,
on
that's
either
Lister,
car there?
who I can't tell. Lister round the outside, gets the inside for 2. Still wheel to wheel as they run up towards 4. Lister had to concede that one. No damage showing on Moyland.
Had to yield there.
As Moyland examines track limits quite a bit there. But then he was running that similar line in quali and not getting invalidated. So
He was
he's
oh he's broke the DRS.
they're both on similar ERS, so it's not like he's hammered it. Yeah.
That's it. Obviously slight bias involved here, but
Let's just
go on Moyland.
yeah. Lister's back in
That's
the
what he
DRS
needed.
for
If
this
he can
one.
start pulling that gap
He's-
between him and Lister,
He's
and yeah, he's hammered his ERS here to get up with him. Johnny's
Johnny will be
right back up in it as well now. That was a
Lulu's
it
into
was a
the
6
pits
seconds. Was a 6-second gap.
for set of mediums. Yeah, it had to be. I think Sean is going to try and push this.
Push for the
19,
softs.
20.
What do you reckon? Maybe lap 19?
His temps aren't looking excessive. If anything, they're looking quite nice. What does it?
Oh, Lister
Johnny
spun.
up into P3. Lister doesn't appear to have picked up damage though. Just a spin and
Well, there was no. It was just a. It
Hobos.
was. I was on board with him. It was just a spin. Oh, and Hobo got through as well.
They're back
Question
down
is,
into
how
the
hot
early
are those
90s,
tyres?
which is about where you want them. Just wish I could see the wear on them. Because Hobo's through and has got fresher hard, so Hobo will easily get to the end on his.
And a lot more ERS.
Johnny Stokes is down to 8%.
Hobo's sitting up
He
on
is
60%.
blitzing his to try and close in on Moyland.
He.
Now they've all calmed down after the first few nightmare incidents. They've all seemed to have got a handle on the track. Just going through the S's on board with Stokes. I've run his setup. I can't go through it like that. I don't know how he gets the car to behave how it does. It was throwing me all over the place when I ran his setup. Yeah, I got on better with a lower downforce setup.
This is it.
Because the setup I ran was one click down on front and rear wing, and then the suspension was completely different as well. To Stokes's, yeah. Which
What's that,
is the same as Moyland's
Johnny's,
setup, and no doubt Hobo's. Yeah.
Is that as it was? Was it? Yeah.
And Moyland gets all his setups from
I got all my
Stokes.
setups from Moyland.
Although I do.
So Johnny sets the bar for
I do wonder if Stokes has got wise to it, 'cause there've been
Hobo.
a couple of times. So can't pit and gone for the medium. He hasn't tried to.
It's only a second.
So it's going to take him a bit of a lap to get him up to temp. It's whether he can get him up to temp and close in before he's under more pressure from Stokes, who's right on the back of him.
Well, Johnny's got DRS on him this lap.
Scotty picks up a 3-second penalty, because penalties are going to come into play here. You got Johnny with his 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Hobo and Lister are both carrying penalties. A group who's got penalties. Lulu is in a fairly good place with no penalties at the minute on fresh medium, so he should be able to close in.
He would. If he can close the gap, because there's his penalties for a group who.
Lulu would jump a group.
Lulu would stay where he is.
Possibly even get Lister. No, there's 70. Are you on gap to leader?
Oh wait, I'm on. Oh sorry, yeah, I'm on the wrong gap.
Yeah, Lulu will jump a group who, if he can continue closing in towards Lister, he'd in half a chance of jumping Lister. Possibly even. He needs to get past the group who and get right on the back of Lister.
Yeah, and Lister's currently, I mean, this is a
So
DRS. Well, it's not a
Khan's
chain, is
swapped the gap round
But
between Moyland
what have we
and
had
Connie
here?
Stokes, so he's now in Moyland's DRS. Connie Stokes just dropping out of the DRS. He's got the
Didn't get him
faster
up
tyre
there
being on the
to-
medium, so
He's got the DRS down towards turn 1. Where's he going to go?
around
Inside
the
or outside?
outside. He's picked up the fastest lap as
Oh.
well. So if things stay. This,
You might
you
a
have
faster
to make
tyre,
the
but
overtake
it's
work.
not an easy track to make overtakes on.
Especially against someone like Moyland.
Moyland isn't going to give that in
Hobo
in the FA,
and
he's not going to
Lister
give that position
battling
up.
for 4th place still. Definite contact there, Lister.
Oh, Lister's... Yeah, oh... Hobo's going to be raging,
Scotty,
you
just
know
be
that.
careful.
That's
Hobo was in such a good
so
position.
frustrating as well. 'Cause when you're up in a position like that, and that's the result of you losing it.
It's not the
it
first
doesn't
time
sit
those
well.
two have come together either.
It's not either, is it? What's Moyland's DRS like?
Khan's just
It's not anywhere
it's-
near as
with the DRS, he can not
nice as
deploy the
Sean's.
ERS, just recoup it.
Just sit there and just sit behind and harvest.
So as it stands, Moreland will get 25 points. Let's bring the standings into play. Let's open. Yes, just open it on a go full screen for a minute. Oh, you go away. Oh, why are you doing that? No, I want. He's clicked on a set of softs.
UK Demons stole fastest lap.
Oh, excuse
Was he on
me.
the
So,
softs? Oh, it seems
Moyland, as it stands, had gained 25. We could bring him within 14, but then Johnny is going to gain 15, so 29. If it stays as it is, it goes down to Abu Dhabi, and Moyland needs a DNF from Stokes to win it. If it stays as it is.
So
Yeah.
what would it
Yeah,
be?
it'd need a
win
win
and
and a DNF.
a no pointer. Is that what it would need, or? Yeah.
Because it's sprint next week, so there's potentially 35 points maximum available.
Yeah.
I don't think I could cope if it went down to the final race, because TTFL Tier 1, Tier 2 are both down to Abu Dhabi. And then if RPR's down to Abu Dhabi as well,
It's down here.
if you're listening, Michael Massey mode, I know how to invoke it.
Oh, I imagine.
My PayPal is is open.
Innit? PayPal is open.
Hobo said he got shown illegal overtake on Lister because Lister pushed him wide, and then Lister rammed him as he was slowing to let Lister through. Stewards are going to have their work cut out there.
I think Sean could have Moyland here.
So that puts a swing as Moyland.
Who got the DRS there? Moyland.
And gets straight back through. Khan not really fighting that. I'm wondering if Khan did that as a practice run to see if Moyland would be able to get past before the line on the final lap.
Potentially. I mean, alternatively, he's doing it to try and make Moyland use his ERS.
I mean, I say that trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to racing. When I'm in a race situation, my brain does not go there. So that. And in the
Homer
points
with
as
the
well,
fastest
so
lap.
he will get to keep that. Khan's back round the outside again. Khan will have the DRS this time around.
Oh, he's only got the DRS here, and has Moylan got the ERS to fight? He does have a little bit. It's not gonna be enough. The
If he can
DRS
just
is
stay with him through the first DRS zone, recoup a bit of ERS. Sonny Stokes sitting there in third place, just holding on.
Oh, a group who's attacking Lister.
Oh, contact. They've locked wheels.
Oh, there's contact. Oh,
So
and Lulu's gone through.
I'll have to do the maths, but I think that almost guarantees constructors. Damn it. I mean,
I
well
think
done,
that would
Sonny
be
Stokes.
that
You've
is
carried Lulu
yeah.
to a second constructors title.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Well done,
back.
Johnny. To a second title. I think we should definitely launch a little campaign to see whether or not Lulu
He's under
is
70%.
raced enough to qualify for that title.
I know that without looking.
Here we go then. Final.
He's
Oh,
completely
Moylan's,
out of
he's got
ERS.
nothing left to.
He's giving it every.
He's got nothing
Considering he's had to fight his way back.
Considering he was what 17th
Safety car. Yeah,
at
he
the
was.
time that first safety car or second safety car.
What's that do to the results?
That's an impeccable recovery drive.
I'm not going to say the result. Khan gets the win. Moylan takes second. Johnny gets third. Lulu picks up fourth. Agrupu gets fifth. Lister sixth. James Al seventh. Scotty eighth. I think it's going to be Demon 9, Hobo 10.
Yeah. And Mrs. Cole. She's already
So
finished.
Moylan's tyres were on 75% his rear. Yeah.
What was it he pitted? He pitted for them lap.
So he was proper
4.
in puncher territory. I can see the stewards being busy later.
Driver of the day goes to Lulu.
That's only because the game's confused.
Who's yours? Yeah. Who's yours?
It's going to look like bias, but I want to say Moyland because of his recovery. Getting those hards to the end and just coming back through to take second place.
I'm just trying to think. Although, Lulu has come from P30.
Yeah, but I'll better save these.
But I think given the circumstances, I think again, it's going to sound like I'm being biased. Obviously, he's my teammate, but given the circumstances where he was, I don't think you can argue that it isn't Moyland.
That's all the results captured. He kept it clean as well. He didn't pick up any penalties. Stokes getting that 5 seconds is just unheard of. He never picks up pit lane penalties.
Yes. And he'd lost a lot of his ERS very early fighting Jean. So after his pit, he don't know. Maybe that was maybe it was in the back of his mind that he had
could
that.
have been. Oh, they're all asking about the title. So Connie got 3rd. Where's the results gone? Let's do it the easy way. No, wrong one.
Oh yeah, because obviously now it's
Google Docs.
It's all changed, isn't it? I think
GP2 results. Gonna click. I'm not gonna put anyone else. Is it? No, I didn't want that. I wanted that. Right, let me just end the stream there. I do believe Connie Stokes has got. No, let's confirm it. Let's confirm it. Jeddah. The second was Moyland. Oh, fucking document. These Google documents do my head in. Pay special. Date validation. DXT Moyland. Connie Stokes. Back to the drivers. 36-point lead. Connie's got it. Well done, Mr. Stokes. That's your 3rd consecutive Drivers' Championship, and I'm fairly sure it's also the Constructors.
I'd imagine so.
4th.
We were 25 behind.
He was P4, weren't he?
And Lulu picking up
whack that in there, and go back to that, and that gives up. No, it's not guaranteed. It's a third. You
where do I
and
need to come?
Moyland need to outscore Johnny and Lulu by 34 points. So you need to win the sprint, come second in the sprint, win the race, and pray that they DNF it all.
Well, as much as I've got faith in Moyland,
Yeah.
a P2 from
You've done
myself.
it before. Not in RPR, but you've done it. You've got a P2 in TTFL.
I don't think I have.
Right, I'm going to end the stream there, and I'll catch you all next week.